You guys, I am just like, I'm gonna cry again. It's like so freaking obvious you're all in on it. And I'm sitting here by myself, and I'm gonna tell you another story of how I know you guys are in on it. That makes me want to cry because it's November 2nd, and I'm sitting here by myself in my hotel room, aka my parents' house. And I'm not being able to order what I want online. I'm not able to go where I want online or in the world. Kim's not able, like Kim was like buy her a Bentley and charge it to me. And Bentley has not called me and given me a car or, got me a shuttle to like the nearest Bentley freaking lot to pick out a fucking car or to arrange like the perfect pink Bentley or whatever. No one's gotten a hold of me from Bentley. And it's like so obvious you guys are in on it. And my wife wants to fucking buy me a car. And I literally want to cry because you guys are so in on it. And you continue to try to make my life hell. I'm sitting here by myself. It's November 2nd. It's almost Christmas season. And I'm sitting here crying with no cigarettes, no vapes, thinking I'm going to spend another holiday season all by myself without Hayden. And you guys are literally so clearly in on it. I was just sitting on my bed, going through my phone, going over my notes with my dad, and my dad was whispering into my ear about this dream I had a few months ago and how it happened. And I'm going to explain it to you guys, but it's just like, wow, you guys are literally all in on it. And I literally am going to cry because you're literally like all in on it. And it's like you guys want me to like meet you halfway. And I will explain it. I will explain it to you. I'm just like so kind of dumbfounded by like what jerks you all are because you're still fighting me. It's like 3 days from the election or something. The fake fucking 3D Matrix election. Look at how many of you pointless people show up to both Trump and Kamala's events. At least at Trump's events, he like throws the match each and every time and he literally says like Alyssa is God with his actions each and every time because he's like, we got to get the fuck out of here and start the new world order because Trump is in alignment with me. And Kamala's like half in alignment with me and half not. And it's like I feel like my heart breaking right now because you guys are literally so in on it. And like I don't want to spend like another holiday without Aiden. Like I'm just like so like hurt. I'm like so hurt by the world right now. And like that's why Alex keeps saying congratulations to me over the screen. Congratulations, congratulations. Because like it's so obvious you guys are like literally all in on it. And he knows like hopefully it's in the bag or whatever. But it's like you guys are still like fighting me tooth and nail. Like it's November 2nd. I don't want to spend another holiday season like by myself. You guys are still I'm like so like you guys are literally all in on it and I am literally sitting here all by myself with no vapes and no wine and no friends, and my wife is trying to order me a Bentley right now because they're all telepathic and they are all in on it, and she's saying I will buy her the fucking Bentley, you can charge her to my goddamn fucking car, let her pick out a goddamn fucking Bentley. I've had like so many surprise parties in my dreams. Like, surprise, Alyssa, we're in on it. We love you. Like, happy coming out party. I'm gonna break down. Because of just how much you guys fight against me. You're calling me my husband's name. I need a moment to collect myself. I can't even fathom like what is wrong with humanity. I can't even fathom like what price humanity's about to pay for doing this to me, because like if Kim wants to buy me a Bentley, she should be able to buy me a Bentley, and it should be that easy. It shouldn't matter, like nothing else should matter. It's sort of like you guys like don't want to stick up for me and like use your like it has to be spiritual to like prove to like the people in Atlantis that it's spiritual and that like we know what we're talking about and like that we know we're telepathic, or is it just give Alyssa whatever the fuck she wants because she's God? Like why do I have to prove anything to anyone? I don't think I have to prove anything to anyone. I've said that before. I don't think the creator, me, owes the creation anything. If anything, it's the other way around. I don't need to prove that it's spiritual to the non spiritual people, to the Atlanteans. Go ahead and let them try to gaslight us with telepathy. Go ahead and let them think that they're going to win. Go ahead and let them think that the 3D matrix is real and that it's going to win over the spiritual side, or go ahead and let them think they're crazy and they're going crazy and the spiritual side isn't real, or whatever thing they want to think. Who cares? Who cares? Why do I have to prove anything to anyone? A ruler of the land is the ruler of the land, and it gives the first and the last say. That's why I'm like literally, that's why I'm literally shitting my pants literally every day, Liz, because I keep thinking about that myself and like I can't hold it together. And that's like some girl from my team. I don't know exactly who it is, but I'll try to be peaceful. I never asked you to be peaceful. I never tried to ask you or ask you to try to do anything except you like worship me because I am God. I don't care if you're peaceful or not. Like, I'll try to be peaceful, like a peaceful transfer of power or something. Like, what are you talking about? I'll try to be peaceful. Again, you are a pixel in a video game, and I'm so sorry that I have to break down the video game like that. It is basically breaking my game every time I say that. But like, you're literally a pixel, okay? I just get so fucking angry that this is how I talk sometimes, okay? And you guys call it an intro when you do this. So I'm bending your stupid intros, I guess. But like, it's like, I had a dream a few months ago. I don't remember exactly when, and I don't think I talked about it on here because it was when I was not recording every day. I guess my name is Dark Phoenix now because I'm recording like every day, twice a day, and sometimes 3 times a day. And I only said that I would do that if it, like, the energy got more chaotic and I feel the need to like record more and more because the energy is getting more chaotic and because I'm getting more angry and I'm getting more pissed off because you are clearly all in on it. And it's like you feed me doubts when I'm like recording. Like, how is that going to work in your favor? How is that going to work in your favor if you feed me doubts when I'm literally recording? It's not. I'm sending them out. Um, so I had this dream a few months ago, maybe like 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, where I was in Washington Square Park with Timothy Chalamet. And I think I was just upset. I was just like, why is this happening? Like, why isn't anybody coming forward? Where's my like New World Order coming out party, like starting the New World Order party, blah, blah, blah. And I don't, if my dad's telling you that it needs to be spiritual, I've already told you to listen to me. Like, I don't know how stupid you fucking are. Like, I already told you it needs to be, you need to listen to me. There's only one God, and it's not my father. It's not God the Father. It is God the daughter. Okay? So, you don't need to prove shit. You need to prove it. You need to prove, I know it's spiritual. So, so, I'm just so angry. Okay, I can't even think straight because like Kim's like kind of talking to me about like it has to be spiritual first or whatever so that they believe that it's spiritual. Like I just said, it's a video game and there's no order. Like that's the same thing as saying you need 6 months to process karma, and you do not need 6 months to process karma because nothing is real outside of me, and the only thing that's real is worshiping me and obeying me and taking care of me, and that's literally the only thing. And it's not having 6 months to process your karma because nothing is real. You guys keep wasting year after year of my life and like acting like you're anything. Like how many times do I have to be deleted for, and like you guys like hate yourselves for like it to register that if I ask you to do something, you need to come forward and do it. So, oh God, I just want to like straighten my hair. I feel like I have like, anyway, I had a dream. I was in Washington Square Park with Timothy Chalamet. It's a park in New York. It's a park in New Jersey. It's a park in New York. And I was there with Tim. And I was so upset that nobody was coming forward and nobody was coming to my house to get me in New Jersey and stuff like that. And I was crying. And he was like, we're planning it. We are planning your coming out party. We are planning your New World Order party, Alyssa. I promise you we're planning it. And probably I was crying in the dream or something. And I was like, okay, sure, like you're planning it. And he's like, we're planning it in Washington Square Park. We're planning it here. We're planning to have it here. And I was like, okay, cool. And then they had like the Tim Chalamet like lookalike contest or whatever. Like Tim Chalamet lookalike contest and like New World Order princess coming out party are is like two like literally separate things. Yes, I'm like basically showing you guys how like it's supposed to obey like as above so below and it doesn't anymore, and how that makes it New World out of order, and what pisses me and my dad off like extremely a lot, and what gets humanity in trouble, and like how it disappoints me, how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like awful. Okay, because like I used to be able to trust my dreams. Before all this stuff happened, before the energy took over in 2017, I used to completely be able to trust my dreams. And if it happened in a dream, then it would happen in reality. And after 2017, like it always correlates with reality, but it's never like as accurate as it was before then. So like it's like always write everything down. I always record everything because I have to, because it's like you guys were supposed to be planning like a coming out party for me, not a fucking Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest. Again, that's like treating me like a commoner. Like I'm supposed to like come up to New York City. I'm supposed to schlep to New York City because that's a stupid New York word. I'm supposed to schlep to New York City, go to this fucking crowded ass park, to a Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest because Tim's going to be there and it's in Washington Square Park and my dream hinted at it. That's not a coming out party for a princess. Like, no, I'm sorry, but I'm royal and I'm not going to do that. It's ridiculous. And it's really disappointing. And it's like you guys keep saying to me, didn't I say that like at the beginning of the year? Like, you guys always try to make me come to you. You like always try to make me come to you. Like Mr. Lisbon, Mr. Fassbender himself tried to make me come to Lisbon, Portugal, right? To find him to like, whatever, like be his bride for a little while. And like that would include me spending my own money, which means I am not royal, which means I am a commoner, which means you have the upper hand. You understand? Tim has the upper hand. If I go to fucking Washington Square Park and I see Tim and he ignores me or something, or like he plays it off that he doesn't know who I am, he has the upper hand. I'm not going to go to that. I'm not going to go to that venue and like deal with that crap because you guys do that to me every single fucking time. You're doing it to me this year. So, you guys did it like that's what you did all after 2017. Like I had like two guys in Canada like, oh, you can come here and meet. Like, why can't you come here? Like same thing with Cuba in freaking London. Why can't you come to LA? It's like all of a sudden like no one can come to me. I have to travel to you. I have to spend money to travel to you. No, I'm the princess. Like you fucking take care of me. You send me a car, you take care of me. What is not clicking? Like I don't understand. Like, and it's just it was it's been the same ever since 2017. Like you can come to me and I'll take care of you if you come to me, but like I'm not going to come to you or like, and it's been like that with like literally everyone, and it's the same fucking pattern year after year. Same fucking pattern happened last year too. Same fucking pattern happened this year with Tim Chalamet. What are you doing, Tim? Do you think that's a proper party for someone who's royal? My dad was like like going over it with me when I was just sitting in my bed and I was like, "Oh my God, they did it again this year." Like they cannot get it through their head. Right now they're saying that I will not be catered to, that I will not be taken care of, and I'm not saying any of that. That's exactly what I need is to be taken care of, to be catered to be taken care of in a physical way, in the physical realm. Like, what is so hard to understand? You know what I mean? Like, I am not going to come to you, okay? Let me just say that on national television while I have 8 billion people's freaking attention. I'm not coming to you and your Comic Con events, Hayden Christensen. I'm not coming to you, Sebastian Stan, to your Comic Con events. I'm not coming to you, Chris Evans. I'm not coming to you, Tim Chalamet. I'm not coming to you, Michael Fassbender. I'm not coming to you, freaking Canadian boys. I'm not coming to you, like, Cuba in London. I'm not coming to you as Samu in Los Angeles. Like, I am not catering to you. I am not coming to you. You will come to me. You will come to me, come and get me in a car and treat me as royalty because that's who I am and that's what I want. That's crazy. You're trying to treat me like a commoner for like another year. That's fucking nuts. You guys are all in on it because I had the dream about it a few months ago with literally Tim in Washington Square Park saying he was planning it. And he showed up. That's how I know you're all in on it. It's and so then make it correlate. If you're still working on it, Tim, and that was like you like working up like, your freaking courage to do it, like why can't I like why can't you say that? Like why can't you this is so ridiculous. I'm the only one with like the strength like to stick up for myself this year. Like literally no one else has like any empathy for me that's like that I'm thrusting myself into the chaos 2 to 3 times a day to be this vulnerable, to put myself out there, to keep to fight for myself. No one else has any like can't even put one video out there. It's crazy to me. It's so crazy. Kamala Harris said that you have to stay calm to look at the New World Order Princess podcast on YouTube. Thanks for the shout out, first of all, Miss Vice President. However, that is the state. We are not in the state anymore. We are in the church. And that means if you want to look at the New World Order Princess podcast on YouTube and watch these videos in front of you instead of from behind the curtain, then you have to worship the one God, the one single thing in the world named Alyssa, me. You have to worship me to be able to watch my videos. You do not have to stay calm, okay? That's the state. That's gone. That's done. Maybe she's going backwards, but my videos didn't exist before this year, November 2nd, 2024, and it's the church. For damn sure, it's the church. I see the freaking church. It's the church. Okay, so you guys can't keep. Anyway, my dad was going over it because he was like, well, look, they're like treating you like a commoner again for another year. And I'm just like, wow, I'm brokenhearted yet again. I'm not surprised because you guys treat me like this every year, but it's definitely heartbreaking. Um, so I was watching the news with my mom, and I was watching like, oh my god, I'm like so afraid of like my skin being real, guys. I was watching the news, like interviewing like people who vote or whatever, and there was this, woman news reporter, and it was in Wisconsin. What do you know? And the story was that this lady, maybe some of you guys saw this fucking story, but this woman was like, see, I have to burp because it's like hitting this lady because she's like being a jerk, this news reporter. And she was like, we just interviewed Alyssa, and she just moved here to Wisconsin this year. And this was her first time voting in Wisconsin. And, I'll take you to her, like, whatever. And then they like interview this like very virtuous hipster girl with like short hair and like chubby cheeks or whatever. Doesn't look anything like me. And then after that, after they interviewed Alyssa, then they went to Ellie. I'm not kidding. Then they went to Ellie and interviewed Ellie about the election. And she also looked like, like an Atlantean squirrel girl, right? And Alyssa, stay calm. Timothy wants to come forward, and so does the castle. Thank you, Gigi. Okay, I'm not staying calm. I'm not staying calm. It's November 2nd. I'm not staying calm. And I don't have to stay calm in my video game. You have to stay calm, okay? You have to stay calm. I do not have to stay calm. You have to worship me. I don't have to worship me. I don't have to do shit, okay? You want to like say like Kamala was right? You have to stay calm because it's better for you. You actually don't have to stay calm. You can go ahead and go crazy. You can have a panic attack. Go right ahead. Go right ahead, Miss Thing. Go right ahead and get really angry and give yourself a very vertiginous, psychotic, anxiety panic attack. I love that for you. I don't care, okay? Um, I don't have to stay calm. Why was my dad reminding me of that? Because you're disappointing my little girl again. That's why my dad was reminding me of that, okay? His name is Brandon Lee. If it doesn't say Brandon Lee on the freaking birth certificate, it's not my husband, okay? Stop saying you're Brandon Lee. I just love, it's just amazing. It's like crazy. You guys are literally like humanity is literally batshit insane. Okay. Anyway, so then they interviewed Ellie in Wisconsin. I mean, that's a weird coincidence, right? Like one news broadcast about like voting, and Alyssa says to like not vote and to vote for the New World Order, and then they find one Alyssa and one Ellie, which is both my names, in Wisconsin, where I just lived last year to interview. That's a really weird coincidence. And the girl, the freaking news reporter was saying, I'm doing this because I literally hate her. I literally hate her and I want her to feel completely unspecial. Right. And they're like, remember, I like posted like a video like a really long time ago at the beginning of the year. And they were like, okay, but like if I just call myself Ellie, if I call myself Alyssa, like it's going to be like so hard to find you. Like, how are we going to find you, Alyssa? How are we going to find God? How are we going to find the real one? How are we going to find the real God? And that's why Kamala said, if you want to watch the New World Order Princess podcast on YouTube, okay? And that's why I named it that, okay? Anyway, it's all energy. It's all my energy. So it's really, really easy to find me. Plus, I'm extremely attractive and extremely smart and extremely talented and what all those things like, you guys make me brag about myself every single day, but I've never been so braggadocious in my life. But, I'm so angry. I don't know. I don't even know. I think Gigi's saying it's gonna happen soon. Okay, but like it's been a year. So like why would I don't trust that. Why I don't trust that? I don't trust that. Why would I trust that? My dad is saying that humanity is disappointing me yet again. It's disappointing me right now. It's humiliating to be named Alyssa right now because none of them are as pretty as her, said exasperated Krista. Krista, what is going on, girlfriend? You need to go take like an oatmeal bath or something because you're about to be very, very itchy, okay? Um, yeah, it's just like, I mean, my dad described the game to me all year, and he's just like, the game is set on easy. It's really not that hard. I've been watching things like over the screen for like how long now? 4 or 5 years now? Do you know how bored I've been for the last 4 or 5 years? This is where my dad had to walk in last year and spend all year with me. Because humans are boring AF, dude. You guys are boring as shit. Fucking bore the shit out of me. You have like nothing in common with me. Like I can't shoot the shit with you. Like you're just so fucking tedious. You're so goddamn boring. You feel like you have to like fit into like this certain narrative to like be accepted. You're like so afraid to be yourself. Like you're just so afraid to be honest with yourself, like what your dislikes are, what your likes are. Just throw it all out there for the world to see. And like hanging out with you is like so tedious and so boring. Like I'd rather literally hang out with my dead husband. He's like way more fun than like anything on earth. Like I've been to Saturn, I've been to Mars, I've been to Alpha Centauri, like I've been literally to so many different fucking planets and different solar systems and different galaxies, and like had different like space experiences with like different unique walks of life from like all like different types of aliens. And then I come back home to planet Earth and you're still wondering why your stupid husband is sleeping on the couch. And I'm like, your IQ, it's literally like talking to my wall is literally more important, more exciting and more fun than like talking to like another human. Like you just bore me to tears with your like lack of depth. Like you just offer nothing. You literally offer nothing. Like you learn nothing. Like 20 years into a marriage and you're still complaining about the same thing you were complaining about him from the first or second date, and you bring it to me like I care. And you've been married to the dude for 20 years. Like it's so boring. It's so fucking tedious and so goddamn boring. Who cares? You got new tile for your bathroom floor. Gag me with a spoon, Becky. I don't give a fuck about your new fucking bathroom tile. It's boring as shit. Okay? Like, being a human, you guys are boring. You're boring. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in your stupid, inorganic fucking lives down here. If you, like, if you can't like offer something to me, like, something interesting, like I don't care. I really don't care. Like I don't care to like interact. It's just like it's like people used to be interesting. Things used to be interesting. Fun. It used to be fun to go out. It used to be fun to interact with people. Now the conversations are so dull, so lifeless, so boring, so tedious, so nothing is there. And you wonder why humanity is suffering because I give you all of the answers. All of these videos are fucking free. These are all for fucking free. And where is my thank you? There's no thank you. You're still today on the fucking news. The news anchor is like, I literally fucking hate her. I'm doing this to try to confuse people. Alyssa said to not vote. I wanted to find two girls named Alyssa to tell you like that they're voting and that you should vote to confuse people because I literally hate her. It's like, it's like you guys want to like stay stuck in your boring, monotonous, like needy bullshit, and like you don't want to move on. Like you just want to be right like so bad. Like you as like a little teeny little morsel, as like a teeny little mortal, as like a teeny little thing. You want to be right so bad that you just want to suffer for like another 1,000 years just to be able to say that it was your decision, just to say that you didn't listen to God. When I'm trying to get your goddamn husband in the fucking bedroom with you, which is what you really want. But it's like, no, no, I'm not going to listen to beautiful, talented, kind Alyssa because I literally hate her guts because I see her as a person. I see her as a threat and I see her as competition, even though she's literally God. She's literally the energy that makes me. I can't stand your boring conversations like at all. I cannot stand your neediness. I'm not going to deal with it. I've already didn't deal with it really last year, but it's going to be like a 10 times that. Like if I ever have to interact with like a normal human woman ever again, like it's going to be 10 times worse. Okay. Like I'm going to put you in your place right away. And I'm just going to say I'm an alien and like I don't relate to this boring shit. And like I've gone to Mars and Saturn. I'm going to say exactly what I just said. Okay. You're going to hear come from my mouth how much I do not have pity for your stupidity anymore. You should be so stoked to have a fucking orange sky. Like how cool is that? You know? There you go. There you go. Again, Alyssa, you're so lucky to have a dad that cares about you. There you go with your needy fucking trauma bullshit yet again when I already gave you the solution. I already gave you the answer to that problem. Let's ignore the solution and let's stay stuck in our trauma swamp. I heard you the first time. I'm not going to deal with your bullshit. I'm not going to deal with you when you say shit like that to me out in the public. You best believe if you say that shit to me telepathically, I will find a way to say it out loud with my mouth, what you said, and answer your question and shove you where you belong. I definitely will.